सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं क्लीं चामुण्डाय विच्चे नमः. We invoke the blessings of the Supreme Goddess, who has the power to remove all obstacles and bring peace, prosperity, and happiness into our lives. Om Vasundharaya Vidmahe Bhutadatraya Dhimahi Tanno Bhumi Prachodayat. Om Vasundharaya Vidmahi Bhutadatraya Dhimahi Tanno Bhumi Prachodayat. Om Vasundharaya Vidmahe Bhutadatraya Dhimahi Tanno Bhumi Prachodayat. Let us meditate upon Bhumi Devi, the one who provides all sustenance, and let us show gratitude and love to our divine Mother Earth. Namaste and thank you.
The kumkum or tilak is applied between the eyebrows. Today, it is scientifically proven that the spot between the eyebrows is a major nerve point. The rishis of ancient India understood this is to be the seat of Ajna Chakra, the center of intuition and intellect. The entire body emanates energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Worry generates heat and causes headache, which leads to energy loss. The turmeric, charcoal, sandalwood, etc. used to prepare these marks cools the forehead, protects us and prevents energy loss. By wearing kumkum or tilak on the mid-brow area, the power of intuition can be increased. The center of intuition opens up and improves concentration. It also helps to increase blood supply to the facial muscles. By applying kumkum or tilak to the mid-brow area, the Ajna Chakra is automatically activated. This is one of the examples of the scientific reasons behind our rich Indian traditions. Similarly, there are a number of practices followed by our ancestors for maintaining a harmonious energy flow in all the chakras. Harmonious energy flow in the 7 chakras makes you mentally and physically fit, that leads to ultimate life. After extensive research and development, we have found a solution combining the ancient traditions to our modern living to help you live a better life.
Okay, is the light better here?
Yeah. Seems much better.
Lux, I'm not, this is the best I can do. It's supposed to be here. I'm trying to
The stream is currently live. Please proceed.
So, namaste, vanakkam, namaskaram, and welcome to a wonderful program this morning. We are here celebrating World Bindi Day. And what an amazing and exciting achievement it has been for the World Hindu Foundation to participate with the global community to celebrate World Bindi Day. Right. Up next, we're going to have a video by Deviet Bansal. I'm not happy with this background.
Namaste.
There's no.
My name is David Bansal, and today I'll be telling you about the tilak. The tilak marks the body as a temple, Hindu teachings as pastime, because the divine resides within all. Every person's body is a sacred temple of God and should therefore be treated as such. Putting on tilak not only acts as an auspicious decoration of this temple, but also helps one to remember that beyond all other species of life, the human body is a precious vessel that enables one to contemplate and actively pursue spiritual endeavors. He or she is blessed by the protection of the Lord. The entire body releases energy in the form of electromagnetic waves, the forehead and the subtle spot between the eyebrows especially so. That is why worry generates heat and causes a headache. The tilak cools the forehead, protects us, and prevents energy loss. Sometimes the entire forehead is covered with chandan or basma. On festivals, I love wearing my tilak because it really sets the mood for me. Namaste.
That was so interesting and absolutely inspiring. Don't you think so, Malaji?
Most definitely, Yashika ji.
And it's amazing to have young people to wear bindi today.
What an inspiration to all our youth.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm.
Yashika ji, there's a technical problem with Reggie not being able to join. So can you proceed?
Now just hold on. I think we'll have to get him inside. Quick.
Namaste, everyone. We have seen such beautiful pictures of everybody using the tilaks, and it has such an important significance. We can apply a sandalwood paste, we can apply vibhuti, and uh, we also married ladies can use sindoor as well, which shows that there's protection for the family and there's respect as well for the marriage. And this brings about a sacredness within the home. Applying tilak as well shows respect for your divine nature. And this also brings about, as we apply the tilak as well, you notice we put it in the middle, which is the third eye. And that is basically the Ajna chakra. It is an energy center which brings about vibrations, and it takes you to look within yourself, deep within yourself. And it allows you to bring your intuitive power into action. So this is the significance of using a bindi. And beside that, many ladies have said it actually makes them look beautiful and proud of their culture. So without further ado, can we maybe have Yashka ji or Nilash ji to please maybe play a video for us?
Hello everyone, my name is Mirabai Thangjam, and the bindi and our bindi, which is called Chandon in Manipuri tradition, indicates the purity of the body, mind and soul. Also it indicates a deep respect and love for humanity and mankind. Thank you.
Hi, I love my bindi because it's a Vaishnav tilak plus bindi is our tradition, and I'm proud of wearing bindi as I'm Hindu, and this is represent that we are soul and we have more than this body. So I'm proud of myself as my community and culture. Enjoy bindi. Take care.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Namaskaram, and welcome to the World Hindu Foundation World Bindi Day. We have 2 minutes before we go live on air, and we'd really like to thank everyone who's been part and parcel of this program.
Namaste. My name is Pulkit Bansal and I'll be telling you about the significance of the tilak. The tilak comes in different shapes, sizes, colors, and ingredients. You can find the tilak in yellow, black, red, orange, and many other colors. The tilak symbolizes different things for the different genders, religions, and castes in India. The tilak is placed on the forehead between the eyebrows where the Ajna chakra is located. As Ajna means to perceive or command, the Ajna chakra is considered to be the eye of intuition, through which a person can discern information that cannot otherwise be seen with one's physical eyes. This third eye is a spiritually potent part of one's being that helps one to focus inward on the divine. Tilak, therefore, is placed on the Ajna chakra to invoke this divine energy, as well as act as a reminder of the ultimate life goal. Hence, the tilak is said to bestow the wearer with will and wisdom to embrace their journey in life, harnessing the power of concentration, activating their knowledge, wisdom, courage, and willpower. Namaste.
I love my bindi. It makes me beautiful, it makes me proud, and I am a South African Hindu lady.
नमस्ते, जय श्री कृष्ण। बिंदी दिवस की शुभकामनाएं। बिंदी का एक अर्थ होता है तिलक। हमारे धर्मशास्त्र में बिंदी और तिलक बहुत शुभ माना गया है। बिंदी स्त्रियों का श्रृंगार का एक भाग रूप है, एक आभूषण रूप है। जब भी स्त्रियां श्रृंगार सजती है तो बिंदी लगाना नहीं भूलती। बिना बिंदी से स्त्री का श्रृंगार अधूरा रहता है। पंडित जी भी बिना तिलक से बाहर नहीं निकलते। बिंदी और तिलक इस धर्मशास्त्र में बहुत शुभ माना गया है। बिंदी है छोटी, पर बिना बिंदी के श्रृंगार अधूरा है। बिंदी एक सौभाग्य की निशानी है, इसलिए स्त्रियां बिंदी लगाना नहीं भूलती। पहले जमाने में स्त्रियां कुमकुम की बिंदी या तिलक लगाती थी। अभी नए जमाने में स्त्रियां जैसे कपड़े पहनती है उस हिसाब से वो बिंदी लगाती है। फिर से सबको बिंदी दिवस की सारी शुभकामनाएं।
A lot of people have asked me why Hindu women wear a red dot in the middle of their forehead. Well, this red dot is called a bindi and actually comes from a Sanskrit word called bindu, meaning a particle. But in other languages of India, it's also called kumkum, sindoor, tikli, botu, or deep. So let's look at the bindi. It's one of those favorite topics of mine because I do wear it very often. It's traditionally worn by women for religious purposes or to indicate that they're married. But today the bindis become so popular, you'll find a lot of Hollywood actresses wearing it as a fashion statement. Young girls wear it in all shapes, sizes, colors, and it's actually become a beauty adornment as well. So apart from the history and the cultural aspect, which I hope to explain in a minute. So what's the history behind the bindi? The holy scriptures or the Vedas go back 5,000 years ago, in which it describes the 7 chakras or concentrated energies in our body. The 6th chakra is concentrated between our eyebrows, or is called the third eye. So we believe you've got 2 eyes to see the world around you, but the third eye is meant to connect the soul within you. And this concept is used in meditation and yoga, even in the West. So you'll find that when you want to concentrate, you automatically tend to concentrate on that particular area of your body. Now that is something that has been laid down thousands of years ago, but it's still true today in modern life and the way we perceive our atmosphere around us and how it connects to our body. The red color bindi is also very auspicious in Hindu marriages. So when a bride crosses over to her husband's house, the red bindi is meant to bring in prosperity and good luck with her. And as such, when a woman became widowed, she used to stop wearing the red bindi, but sometimes they wear the black bindi or any other colored bindis. But the red bindi is associated with marriage. But that's not to confuse with the red powder tikka that is sometimes put in temples when we go for blessings from the priest or the elders. And that is just a sign of a blessing to someone who's actually come into a place of worship. So in addition to the red tikka that the women wear, you'll sometimes find men wearing white tilaks. And that's actually made from white clay and represents a particular sect or of the Hindu religion, but that is totally different from the concept of the red bindi. I do enjoy wearing my bindis. I have one for every sari I wear, and I'm seeing more and more young girls also adorning this very old tradition. But it's something very special to all Hindu women.
Welcome back to the program. We humbly apologize for this morning's start. There has been a mix-up in terms of the time, that we were meant to start. So I do apologize. But again, I would like to welcome everyone to the World Hindu Foundation International Bindi Day program. And we are live from Johannesburg, South Africa. We also cross to various parts of the continent, Tanzania, as well as Kenya today. But first up in our studio, we have a wonderful Sevika. Her name is Vanika Bansal, and she's been phenomenally involved in this project of Bindi Day. She has taken the time and the initiative to work with many Hindu South Africans, as well as people from international countries, and we're going to ask her quite a few questions on the project for Bindi Day. Namaste, Vanika ji, and welcome to the program. I don't seem to hear your sound. I'm not sure what's happening there, but just to say to the listeners.
Namaste, Ishika ji. Thank you.
All right, we've got sound. I think just to say to the viewers at home that Vanika ji, you've been so amazing. You've been working with a range of frames and products for the Bindi Day program, and there's been such wonderful comments that has come on Facebook on these absolutely beautiful pictures. Please tell us how you started with the process.
First of all, I want to thank you to give me the opportunity to promote our Hindu culture. Creating the frame was not difficult for me, as my mind was very clear what I wanted on the frame so that we attract people's attention and give them a beautiful memory as a gift from WHF. The process started very slowly, with the advertisement being posted on the Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp on the daily basis. But in the beginning, the ladies were not willing to participate. But once we started being posted their pictures on the Facebook, everyone eager to join, and the process gained momentum. The people became more excited and could not wait for their pictures to be posted. This Bindi Day became more than just a photo for me, just not a photo for me. It became a memorable occasion. A lot of people appreciated at once. I had sent them their frames. Thank you.
That's amazing. But there's no need to thank me. I think it's the team We have a very, very robust team in Johannesburg as well as other parts of the country. And I think this year we wanted to make it different. We wanted to make it special because this year is the second edition of the World Bindi Day. You know, the organizations like Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh International, all have decided that they want to create this momentum for Hindu Heritage Month. So tell me, the ladies that participated in the program, were they only from South Africa or which other countries participated?
We managed to make 120 frames. So we get pictures from
Wow.
India, US, Kenya, Mozambique,
That's
Bangladesh,
amazing.
and South Africa.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely amazing. So you managed to actually attract so many people. And I think, is it because of social media that people came to you, or was it families?
It was the social media as well as families and friends.
That's amazing. And I'm waiting to see some of the comments on the Facebook page today, because I think it's wonderful to see them celebrate and, actually wear the bindi. We have so many types of bindi, so many schools of thought in Hinduism that wear, some people wear the ash. I follow a particular sampradaya, so I have to put the ash in the morning and I will have my normal bindi. And I think for me, it's such a significant time when married women also wear the bindi. Tell me, what do you feel about the deeper meaning of the bindi?
For me, it's like in the Hindu tradition, people hold, all the people have the inner eye as well, the third eye. The two eyes are to look around the external world, while the third eye, it focuses inwards towards the God. The red dot signifies the piety as well as serving as a constant reminder to keep God at the center of one's thoughts.
Oh, that is so beautifully explained. But you also had help in the family. You had Nilesh Bhai that was helping you, and you had two
Yes.
amazing people. Can you tell us a little bit about the family effort?
Yes. The frame, when I thought we should make a memorable gift to give everyone. So we created the frames. And I'm not so good with the technology. So I asked my husband, then he helped me with the frames. And my kids, they helped me to make the videos with the music and with the pictures of all the ladies.
That's beautiful. We love it. And also, I think what was unique is that you asked the ladies for a special message. Can you maybe share one or two messages that people sent? Because suddenly it became personal. It wasn't just a frame that you could, a template that generally we put out and we say, oh, there's my picture. But something else you asked them because you wanted it to be personal.
Yes, like a lady from US, she sent me the message. Bindi symbolizes my roots and my culture. No matter where we are in the world, it connects us back to where we belong. So she is so far away from India, but she feels connected when she wears her bindi.
That is absolutely beautiful. And was there any in Hindi or Tamil or any other language?
Most of them in English, but one lady sent a message in Hindi. It was Subhagya ki shan bindi, means the married woman can wear the red dot. So she was feeling so proud, and because she's married, she can wear only because of her husband, the red dot.
Ekdam sahi baat. Absolutely beautiful. I think that's really, really phenomenal. And did you enjoy the project on yourself?
Yes, I enjoyed it a lot and I learned a lot. Even I
Wow.
knew only that we must wear a bindi because our parents, they wear it. But now, after engaging with this project, even I learned that what's the main significance of wearing a bindi.
Wow, that's absolutely wonderful. And tomorrow starts is actually World Bindi Day because that's the 26th of September. And do you encourage young girls and ladies to wear it even to work? Because a lot of people don't want to wear it to work.
Yes, but when I spoke to few of the kids, why don't you wear your tilak or bindi to school? Then they said we are not allowed at school to wear, only we can wear it at home or when on the weekend. Like one child, he's 6 years old, one boy, he sent me message, tilak means pride to me. He's also so proud of his own culture, and but he's not allowed to wear at school.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. And also, tomorrow begins Navratri, which is the festival of 9 nights in dedication to the goddess Shakti. So it's a very important time that we awaken the Shakti consciousness in each one of us. So thank you, Ben. Thank you so much for joining us in today's studio and for sharing this wonderful journey of the project. And I think it's much more than that. I think you saw the hearts of women and you saw the hearts of South Africans and the women globally who just wanted a space to express themselves. And I think you've achieved that so beautifully. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. All right. Up next, we have a video with Pulkitji, Shani Singh, as well as we've got Pandit Sanjay Guru. So I'd like to maybe have that video played before we have our next guest. And it's a surprise guest who's coming from all the way from Tanzania.
Namaste. My name is Pulkit Bansal and I'll be telling you about the significance of the tilak. The tilak comes in different shapes, sizes, colors and ingredients. You can find the tilak in yellow, black, red, orange and many other colors. The tilak symbolizes different things for the different genders, religions and castes in India. The tilak is placed on the forehead between the eyebrows where the Ajna chakra is located. As Ajna means to perceive or command, the Ajna chakra is considered to be the eye of intuition, through which a person can discern information that cannot otherwise be seen with one's physical eyes. This third eye is a spiritually potent part of one's being that helps one to focus inward on the divine. Tilak, therefore, is placed on the Ajna chakra to invoke this divine energy, as well as act as a reminder of the ultimate life goal. Hence, the tilak is said to bestow the wearer with will and wisdom to embrace their journey in life, harnessing the power of concentration, activating their knowledge, wisdom, courage, and willpower. Namaste.
I love my bindi. It makes me beautiful. It makes me proud. And I am a South African Hindu lady.
नमस्ते, जय श्री कृष्ण। बिंदी दिवस की शुभकामनाएं। बिंदी का एक अर्थ होता है तिलक। हमारे धर्मशास्त्र में बिंदी और तिलक बहुत शुभ माना गया है। बिंदी स्त्रियों का श्रृंगार का एक भाग रूप है, एक आभूषण रूप है। जब भी स्त्रियां श्रृंगार सजती है तो बिंदी लगाना नहीं भूलती। बिना बिंदी से स्त्री का श्रृंगार अधूरा रहता है। पंडित जी भी बिना तिलक से बाहर नहीं निकलते। बिंदी और तिलक ये धर्मशास्त्र में बहुत शुभ माना गया है। बिंदी है छोटी पर बिना बिंदी के श्रृंगार अधूरा है। बिंदी ये सौभाग्य की निशानी है, इसलिए स्त्रियां बिंदी लगाना नहीं भूलती। पहले जमाने में स्त्रियां कुमकुम की बिंदी या तिलक लगाती थी। अभी नए जमाने में स्त्रियां जैसे कपड़े पहनती है उस हिसाब से वो बिंदी लगाती है। फिर से सबको बिंदी दिवस की सारी शुभकामनाएं।
That was absolutely wonderful. And it just shows the international flavor of World Bindi Day from so many people from South Africa as well as overseas. But one thing is important, it's the youth. And I was so surprised and pleasantly surprised that we have two amazing young guys, and they've been sharing the importance of wearing the tilak. You know, in the past, we've had many young boys being teased about their heritage. But I think if parents encourage the children and wear the tilak with the children, then the children will not feel ashamed. So, parents, it's a special message to you. Please wear the bindi proudly wherever you are. Whenever you see any other culture, it is their attire that shares with them where they come from. Yesterday, our country celebrated Heritage Day, and we had the amazing opportunity of meeting the president of our country as well as the Minister of Arts. And everyone came in traditional way, including the president. So it was beautiful to celebrate that. We met with the ambassadors of various countries of the world, and they all came with their traditional outfit because it's a mark of respect for your culture, but it's also a sense of pride. So I think it's really phenomenal if diplomats can wear their cultural attire with the bindi, the ladies wearing sindoor, etc. Why can't the Hindus? So I think if the parents set the trend, the youth will follow. Up next, we have an amazing guest. So today we are broadcasting live from South Africa and Johannesburg in South Africa, as well as in Tanzania. And the technical teams are in both cities. And from Tanzania, we have a very special guest, Venkatji. Namaskar, Venkatji. Welcome to our program today.
Namaskar, guys. My names are Venkata Veda, and I am honored and pleased to be with you today in this live stream. It's beautiful.
Yes, I think, thank you so much. We've apologized for all the sound glitches that we've had a little bit earlier. So we're trying to obviously, manage both the countries. And it's so amazing to find you, to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you from Lakshmi and others. And
I'm
I want to say
honored.
thank you. That's so beautiful. Venkaji, I'm going to read a little bit about your bio in a while, but you've just heard a little bit from Vanikaji, who was our guest a little bit earlier, and she started this wonderful process of the Global Bindi Day program. Why do you think Bindi Day is important in your opinion?
First of all, it is not just about it being important. It is about it meaning something to every Hindu out there. And for me specifically, Bindi Day to me becomes a day of significance in the sense that it's about reminding us of the one true thing that has always shown us the universe as how it is, and that is the awareness, the consciousness that we all have. And we're about remembering this one particular tool that we always have to use and we always use in understanding our universe, and also in unlocking the, I would say, the thing that can be understood as how they will put it, the unknown thing which is known to all. And if there was no Bindi Day, then how are we going to commemorate something that is significant as having a tilak, as a Bindi? So, like, for me specifically, having that particular day, this particular day of Bindi Day, it's just really amazing in that sense that it gives everyone, particularly me, a chance to remind ourselves of this wonderful mark of a tilak that we always put on our foreheads.
That is absolutely brilliant and so well said. You know what you've done? You've actually made the Vedic tradition so scientific, because this is what the answers the youth are looking for today, Venkata Veda. I'm just reading a little bit about your profile, that you're saying that you're an 18-year-old narrator and voiceover artist born in Tanzania, but a native of planet Earth, of course. And unlike many Hindus, you were not born a Hindu or from a family, and you didn't have any Hindu influence in the environment in which you grew up in. But you're saying that Hinduism was born in you through common sense, through debates and logic. That's wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
It's an interesting background. For me specifically, I believe my life was, filled with, I would say, normalness. I was brought up in a family that wasn't Hindu, because where I lived, it wasn't really a Hindu influenced environment. And specifically, the thing that really changed my life were the decisions that I decided to take. And these decisions, in some way, they were not really decisions made by ordinary or normal people. And I remember I had to take the hard, but again, it was the logical decision of having to kindly drop out in a way. And this was something that infuriated so many people. And as a result, I drew attention from critics who are like, you're supposed to do something this way because God says this way, or you're supposed to do this because that's the normal way. And so I had to choose a life. You were supposed to live a normal life, or you're supposed to live a life of, just trying to criticize and debate that normalness and see what really is the problem, what really is the challenge. So from that particular point in my life, that is when I decided to choose logic. And anyone who came to me and was like, hey, man, this is how the universe works. There is, a God, or there is something out there that works this way. I will be like, okay, good. I get that. But then you're telling me that this is how it is, then I'm going to question you. And if you don't really, if I don't find logic in it, then I don't think I can follow through with that. So through these debates that I was having with different people, different religious leaders, you come to understand something about our universe that not so many people would want to, I would say, embrace. It's almost like as if there is this always wanting to attain happiness, and you ask yourself, if there was no happiness, if no one felt anything, will there really have been religions or anything? I mean, will there really have been all these things that we have today? So it's more than, life is more than the feelings that we already have. And from that, we build on, like we go now into what the universe really is. I remember the Isha Upanishad has a specific shloka there, a verse that goes, if we know things made from copper, if we know copper, then we know things which are made from copper. If we know iron, then we know things which are made from iron. Similarly, existence, you will know things made from that existence. So that was when now from criticizing the normal way of looking at things, that really did give me that I would say the entry point. And soon enough, I'm here speaking about verses like as above, so below. Soon enough, I'm here talking about astrology, Western astrology, and boom, Vedic astrology, Jyotish. And from Jyotish now, that is when the doors of Hinduism opened up. And I was all in into Hinduism. So it started from there. And that's why I'm saying Hinduism was born in me, because you must notice it was also about the tradition of thinking, right? The eternal tradition of thinking, of criticizing, which is never ending. I can never stop criticizing. I can never stop using logic. I will always keep on thinking. So that eternal tradition was born in me, and it opened up the doors. All of a sudden, here I am, looking at the concepts like Brahman, the infinite, the thing that can never, the unknown thing that is known to all right, Atman, all right, and things like karma, things like yoga, and we're learning all these things. And I'm grateful, to be honest, that I've learned them. But my story itself was, in a nutshell, a story that involved lots of reasoning, debates, and criticisms. So yeah, that's
phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, absolutely brilliant. And I think, this is what the youth want to learn, is that Hinduism is actually a very logical path, and it has, and you have to inquire, and each time you inquire, there's a higher step, and then you learn more, and it just suddenly makes sense. And it's so amazing that you're just 18.
I started this at 15 years of age.
But to come to this understanding, I think it's just absolutely brilliant. And you work as a voiceover artist. I think that you have an amazing voice. We in the television fraternity, we always looking out for good voices. I think that's really great. But just coming back to a global Bindi Day. Tomorrow starts Navaratri, and Navaratri is, as we've just said, is the festival dedicated, to the goddess Shakti in her three forms. And the Bindi itself is a center. It's a center, that opens up the chakras. how phenomenal it is that we're actually having this particular day today. What, in your opinion, is this build up for October, that we are having Bindi Day, we are moving from Navaratri to Diwali? Do you think it's important for Hindu awareness during this time, but also for other people to learn about our faith during this time?
Yes.
Do you think it's actually done quite logically to make it so that people learn about the festival of color in Navaratri, the actual meaning of creation during this time, and then the building on the theme of light for Diwali?
It is very, very important, and it is something that I always tell my friends. I sometimes have non-Hindu friends who don't. But then, when we meet, when we talk, and when we have discussions like these, what we actually do realize is at the end of the day, what we're really looking for is not just the story behind the events from Navratri to Diwali, but rather the meaning behind these events. That is particularly more important, and more important than, and particularly the most important thing that needs to be there. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about just, okay, here's a celebration, and it's a religion. By the way, I believe everyone here is in agreement with me when we say Sanatana Dharma is not just a religion, it is a way of life. And that way of life has a meaning in it. It has a meaning that comes with it. And it's more important to understand the meaning, because when you do, it is easier for you to relate to these events. So I have had friends who have been very much interested. I'm speaking from my personal experience. I'm sure many others do have personal experiences there, but I have personal friends, and we do discuss about Navratri, about Diwali, and they are really interested. And to some degree, we always speak, for example, in Diwali, you will hear the story that goes, the victory of light over darkness. And these stories, it's not just about, a row of lights or lamps. It's more about understanding that the victory of knowledge over ignorance, the victory of knowledge over even arrogance itself. And even in Navratri as well, there's that victory of good over evil. These themes, these meanings behind these events, just by understanding them, just by being able to know the meaning behind these things, will create that awareness from a Hindu perspective, because then you can build up and you can relate to these events by yourself, or even at your own home. You might not be with other people, but you can relate with it because you understand the meaning deep down. So Hindu awareness to other people about these events, or for these events, it is, to me, the most important. And it's not just Hindu awareness Hindu awareness in the sense that, okay, we're now just explaining this. It's Hindu awareness in the sense that this is all connected to the universe at large, to everything that we learn or we know about the universe. Trust me, it is important. Once that is done, that relating to something, that relating to the events, relating to Hinduism, will be far more easier for anyone, Hindu, non-Hindu, for anyone out there, because it is that meaning that really is essential, the meaning that everyone can relate to. So from my perspective, I will just sum it up as, it's not about the same story, different meanings. It's about one meaning, different stories. And I believe Hindu awareness, it's actually very much important for these particular events, in my opinion, and in that conclusion as well.
That is absolutely brilliantly put. And I think nothing more, logical can be actually shared during this time. Because if Hinduism as an earth tradition, right, is made up of the cycles of nature, so it's so true that even the festivals are designed accordingly. And, it reminds me even of indigenous traditions, because we had African New Year on Friday, based on the equinoxes, because it's the space of plowing in the southern part of the continent. But also it goes to the plowing, then it's the prayer of the first, the seed, then it's the first fruit, and eventually full harvest. And everything revolves around a cyclical nature, simply because we give gratitude to nature, and we give gratitude, to the planets around us. And I think it's really phenomenal that Hinduism as an earth tradition is based in the same way. So Navaratri in itself will take us on this whole journey of creation, preservation, dissolution.
Exactly.
Yeah, but thank you so much for this, and thank you for joining us today in our studio, all the way from Tanzania. And thank you to the Tanzanian team as well, for coming live today in the program. We have other guests on the show as well as videos. So I'm going to ask the technical team to please play video two, where the young people are expressing themselves about Bindi and wearing Bindi. Thank you, tech team. And after that, we'll
Namaste, good afternoon, vanakkam, namaskaram. Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you guys here on the Sunday. And we have another guest, and we thank you very much for watching. Welcome back to our studio, and we have Dr. Vimal Chadha from the Hindu Council of Africa and Hindu Council of Kenya. He is involved in many activities to unite the Hindus in the diaspora. Welcome, Dr.
Thank you, Reggie. Namaste.
Namaste. Wonderful to
It's a
have
very
you
great
here in
day
our studio
today.
again. Wonderful to have
Thank
you here
you.
in our studio again. Thank you very much.
It's a,
You have been instrumental in sharing awareness of Hindu Heritage Month and the World Hindu Day. Why is this day very important?
you see, it is always good to have our cultural values remain intact. The
Yes.
biggest challenge in the world is today being our cultural carrier. Hindus who left from India, wherever they go in the world, they go with their cultural values. They keep their traditions alive. So because of that, because it is a life is continuity, and in the continuity you need to practice your cultural values day to day and also to pass on to the coming generation. That's why it is very important.
And this is so
Now,
often being lost now in the modern world itself, where cultures are omitting to continue, to give it continuity to the rest of the generations itself.
I will advise the youth of this world, because if your culture is strong, nobody can beat you. Why? Because they will know you from the far. You are a Hindu. You are well cultured, honest, sincere, and you respect the values of all the religions. So they will not take advantage of you. Plus, Hinduism is known for a peaceful existence in the world. Wherever we go, we carry our message of peace from Bharat to the world.
So you are making connections to your roots, doing that continuously.
Yes, because it's a banyan tree. It
Aha.
spread all over the world and give the shade to the world. Under the shade, people feel cool. When they feel cool, they remain cold and peaceful and able to practice their religion calmly with the meditation. This is what
Wonderful
I'm
example
connecting.
of the banyan tree.
So I'm connecting with the tilaka, which we are putting on our forehead.
Yes.
Finally, it is the calmness, the meditation, the peacefulness, concentration of mind and body, which bring us together to existence. And also, the importance of this bindi and tilak is very important because if you remember, when we were very small child in the early childhood, our parents take us to the temple. They say, put the bell of the temple, and you go to the priest. Priest put your tilak on your forehead and even and on your child, and you feel so blessed that the Panditji has blessed your child also, along with you and your wife. So these traditions are from our deep rooted in our society, and which we have to respect. I think it is high time to that when we are visiting our temples, we go with family. We have to go back, and because there's a lot of challenge in the world at present, people know about it. It is going all over the world, and we have to face the challenge by keeping our cultural values intact and practicing on day-to-day basis.
Why is the Hindu religion become so important and many of the activities fall in the month of October?
Very true. We are starting from tomorrow the festival which involves the youth, the children to the old age. The child of 2 year to lady of a gentleman of 80 years would like to do the Garba dance, Ras Garba, and they are well dressed. And this is the time to show to the world by keeping cultural value intact and doing prayers to Ma Durga during the festivity of 8 days, then Ramnomi, then Dashera, which is Vijayadashmi, we say it is going to come, and later on after Deepavali on 24th or 25th of October. So these are the all interrelated. This is why it is called. This is the peak of the festivals in India because all the festivals are going to be most of the time in October. That's why we wanted to celebrate Hindu Heritage Month, October, because all our festivals are lined up in that month most of the time, and it binds the community together. For all the religions, they come together and they celebrate with us.
So it's a wonderful time of spiritual energies flowing through, like the river Ganges.
Yeah, it is the positive energies. When you pray to goddess, Ma goddess Durga, she blesses us with a lot of good wishes, good health, and keeping our routine and fitness. Because you cannot do Garba, Ras Garba, and Dandiya if you're not fit. So also people start doing practice a month before. People take classes like so they want to learn and practice and participate in this festivity which comes once a year. And I've seen our youths are there. There's a lot of networking is done. They're many together there. They mingle together. But what I will request that we must keep our cultural values, heritage intact. Whichever wherever we go, this is what the tradition of India is. कुछ बात
In the
है कि
same
ऐसी हस्ती मिटती नहीं हमारी हिंदू है हम हिंदुस्तान हमारा that sort of thinking that wherever we go we carry our cultural values.
Hindu saints or our enlightened teachers are known to have sacred markings on their bodies, and many apply tilak and various chakras of the body as well. Why is this done, Vimalji?
See, each chakra has its own importance. Now, when we put on the forehead, this gives us a third eye. You remember when we have any problem, we say, "What happened to me? Why I'm thinking so?" You first impression of yours is to put your hand over here in the center. You don't put here. You don't put anywhere else. Just put here, and you start knocking. God, remind me where I was, what I was doing, how I should follow this in a right way, right path. And you get a wisdom by the blessing of God. You get some click, and this is where the bindi, the tilak is put in the center of it, and it has an auspicious occasion. All the prayers priest does, they start by applying the tilak on your forehead. Whenever you sit for any prayers.
Yes. Well, that is so interesting, Vimalji. What is your message to the youth of today, especially our Hindu youth we're talking about? And what should you like to do to tell them, to encourage them to wear the bindi?
I would like to request, we have a Swamina and some youths, they always put the tilak on their forehead. When they go to the temple, they have always a U and then they put the center, the tilak.
Yes.
So I will request all our Hindus, let us, when you go to the temple, when priest put a tilak on you, get it positive energy from them. Get it, put our practice, the culture basic practice in our lives, because it is of so most important now. What is happening in world? I don't want to name the towns like Birmingham or Leicester, whatever the whole world is looking at us in a differently. Although we are very peaceful and very generous people at heart, but we have to face all the challenges of the world, and we have to be prepared by showing that we are united, we are together, and as a youth, we have to give a very great message to the world that we, as a youth of the Hindus, are peaceful, tolerant, but we are here to protect our vision of our culture values in the world.
Well, Vimalji, it's always wonderful to have you on our programs, and we would like to thank you very, very much for giving such a clear and scientific answers during this interview. And we like to draw so much of wisdom from you as well. Namaste. And now we have 2 videos coming up. So over to the studio.
साक्षात् धर्म कल्याण वृद्धिदा विनायक प्रिया नित्यं त्वांच स्वस्तिं ब्रुवन्तु नः. Namaste, Namaskaram, Jai Shri Krishna, and very good morning to all the people, those who are joined on this initiative of Bindi. In our scriptures, the tilaka, it's like most important part. In fact, when we do puja, the beginning of puja, we said, Yajmana bhale swasti tilakam kuryata. Beginning of puja, we said, swasti tilakam kuryata. Yajman is a host. So our puja also began with the tilakam. There are the many different kind of tilakam, like Vaishnava put the U-shape, Vaishnava tilakam. Shaishava, Shiva devotees put the Tripundam. And Rama devotee, that Ramanujacharya, they go right through till here. And Hare Krishna also go right through the U-shape, but have the tilakam little bit longer. People put the tilaka with the kumkum, chandanam, vibhuti. Vibhuti actually apply in the body 12 places, the tilakam. Now, Jnana Chakra, Ajana Chakra, our scriptures, important of chakras, very important in our scriptures, and therefore respect that the chakras, or the take the blessing of the all the energies. You always have the tilakam on forehead. Sami, Sadhu, Yogi, Tapasvi, they also have those chakras and especially the Chandanam and Vibhuti, is to awaken us of their energy or the oneness to the God. They keep it. The married women always have the tilakam. It's a mark of their marriage. The Saubhagyavati Bhava. Our scriptures call Saubhagyavati Bhava. So therefore, I appreciate and congratulate to the World Hindu Pandit, the World Hindu Foundation, that this is the very good initiative. I send my regards and blessings to all the executive of the WHF. With this mantra ending here, Swastina Indro Vradashravaha, Swastina Pukha Vishwavedaha, Swastina Staraksho Arishtanemihi, Swastino Brihaspati Dadhatu, Om Swastino Brihaspati Dadhatu. With this mantra ending here, Swastina Indro Vradashravaha, Swastina Pukha Vishwavedaha, Swastina Staraksho Arishtanemihi, Swastino Brihaspati Dadhatu, Om Swastino Brihaspati Dadhatu. Offering tilak, that time we chant this mantra and then we see Swasti, Swasti, Kalyan everywhere. Once again, thanks, blessing to you.
The kumkum or tilak is applied between the eyebrows. Today, it is scientifically proven that the spot between the eyebrows is a major nerve point. The rishis of ancient India understood this is to be the seat of Ajna Chakra, the center of intuition and intellect. The entire body emanates energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Worry generates heat and causes headache, which leads to energy loss. The turmeric, charcoal, sandalwood, etc. used to prepare these marks cools the forehead, protects us and prevents energy loss. By wearing kumkum or tilak on the mid-brow area, the power of intuition can be increased. The center of intuition opens up and improves concentration. It also helps to increase blood supply to the facial muscles. By applying kumkum or tilak to the mid-brow area, the Ajna Chakra is automatically activated. This is one of the examples of the scientific reasons behind our rich Indian traditions. Similarly, there are a number of practices followed by our ancestors for maintaining a harmonious energy flow in all the chakras. Harmonious energy flow in the 7 chakras makes you mentally and physically fit, that leads to ultimate life. After extensive research and development, we have found a solution combining the ancient traditions to our modern living to help you live a better life.
Thank you very much. And I'm sure all of you have been able to see the scientific meaning behind wearing the bindi, and also to have, for the first time, for many young people to understand that it isn't just a decorative piece. When you go to Mumbai or to different parts of India, you go to all these little dot shops, and you can go dotty actually. But there's a meaning for each one. There's a style. There's a way in which it has become so relevant to us in our modern life that it has taken on so many forms of art, so many forms of, and science as well. So let us examine it. Let us understand the different traditions that we have where the bindi or the tilak is looked at. We now have a very special message, and I just wanted to say, while the tech team is getting the PowerPoint message ready of our president of the World Hindu Foundation, I want to say and express sincere thanks to Pandit Kirit Maharaj Ji from the Marlborough Hindu Temple in Johannesburg for his wise words and messages. We were actually waiting for him to come live today, but unfortunately he had to conduct a prayer. So Panditji, thank you very much for all your support, and especially in the online space. It was during COVID when Panditji had the first idea to actually work on training programs for the Hindu community because everybody was online. So we really must thank Panditji for his insightful work. So we now have a message that is from the president of the World Hindu Foundation. He is not well today, so he's kindly requested us to read the message. And it says, Namaskar to all our respected fellow Hindus and others who have joined us on this momentous occasion of World Bindi Day. It's on this day we proudly adorn our bindis and tilaks as proud Hindus. Every culture has various forms of expressing themselves, and we as Hindus have the bindi or tilak to symbolize the various stages and aspects of our lives. For example, young girls, married ladies, and tilak representing the various spiritual dimensions of teachings we come from. Our ancient seers found it fitting that it's placed on the forehead as its most visible and appropriate, commanding an attentive presence. A great sense of pride accompanies the wearing of the tilak or the bindi, as it represents all things for Hindu. It allows us to step out proudly and proclaim our space in this beautiful world of diversity. Bindis automatically accords respect just by the sight of it. Hence, Hindu Dharma is always at the forefront of advocating peace and harmony. It gives us strength to be strong and confident. But at a deeper spiritual level, it speaks of the third eye, the intuitive nature of man in exploring his or her deep journey towards self-realization or of the ultimate reality. And it's an amazing yoga technique to be able to concentrate and focus primarily on the oneness of mankind. So the Bindi Tilak is not only an adornment, but rather serves as a very important tool to attain a higher level of consciousness. In conclusion, and on behalf of the World Hindu Foundation South Africa, Vishwa Hindu Parishad South Africa, and Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh South Africa, I wish all an inspiring and amazing experience in World Bindi Day. And that message was from Pravesh Hardin, the president of the World Hindu Foundation for World Bindi Day. Thank you, Tik. So we've now come to almost to the concluding part of our program. And we want to thank everyone that has been part of our studio guest today, Venkat Veda, Vanika Ji, and Vimal Chabda. All three V's. I didn't realize that until now. But thank you very much for being with us. And thank you to my co-host, Reggie Ji, for actually doing the interview for Vimal Chabda, who actually is from Kenya. So we'd like to also thank Nilash Bhai, Pulkiji, and his family for the amazing amount of work that they've done for today's program. Do not forget, tomorrow is World Bindi Day. So wherever you are, please wear your bindi or your tilak. And yesterday, as I've said, we've met with the president of our country, and we've also shared a sense of unity for the upcoming festival of Diwali. So all of you all be prepared for a bumper package in the next month. Next month is going to be Hindu Heritage Month, and the Vishwa Hindu Parishad South Africa will be able to share some wonderful programs during that time, and it will lead us to the Festival of Lights, which is Diwali. So everyone, we've come to the end of this wonderful morning, and we'd like to say thank you to everyone who's made this program possible. We have a wonderful video from Anita Ji from Kenya, who shares in a very poignant message of what Bindi Day is about. And thereafter, we'll have the vote of thanks that will come in the form of the end credits. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you.
The World Hindu Foundation South Africa, in collaboration with International Federation of Yoga Professionals Kenya, wishes you all a very happy Hindu Heritage Month. On the 15th of October, we will be celebrating the International Bindi Day. We request all of you wonderful people, do wear your bindi, send us a pic or a video, and celebrate International Bindi Day.
मैं आज्ञा चक्र का स्थान हूँ, मैं ओंकार हूँ, ओम आ ओ म मुझ में ही समाहित हूँ, मैं ओंकेश्वर हूँ, मैं त्रिकोण का अंतम स्थान हूँ।